we go. Yep.
Would you like your drink?
Yes, I would love my drink. Thank you. Yep. Welcome to the Relatable Podcast. Yes. Here we are. Woo! Would you like? Ooh.
Cheers!
What you get? Jack and Gingers?
Yes.
Doubles, triples?
Doubles. So we don't have to keep going back there.
There we go. Welcome to the Relatable Podcast, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Y'all good to go? Yes, sir. Woo! Seeing everybody out there. Jenny, you doing the watch party?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
What is drama with the X?
Drama with the X. Well, guys, I appreciate. Hey, we already got our people on here. You already know who it is. Lisa Yambo already saying, "Hey, Lee, super glad you turned in. Thank you so much, baby." You already know. Where's Mike? Mike, where you at, Mike? We want to see Mike on there too. So can you guys hear us well? We're on the road right now. So right now we're doing the Relatable Podcast from Rhode Island on the road. So I appreciate you guys for being on there. Can you guys hear us all good? Everything good? The setup is all straight? Okay. Visit DMP Networks for comments to be shown. Yeah, we are quick with that. Yes.
Wait a second. So,
yeah, that's perfect. So guys, like, big thing about this, Jen, obviously we have a lot to talk about today, right? What's today's topic?
Drama with the X.
Drama with the X. Drama with the X. I didn't know drama had X in it. Does drama have X in it? I mean, hey, what's up, Wendy? Wendy, good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Guys, we're looking at drama with the X. And has anybody ever had drama with your ex? I really, really want to know. If you guys have ever had drama with your ex, whether it be an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-lover, ex-side piece, ex-something, we want to see your comments. Make sure you guys go to visit DMP Networks page. We really want to know what you guys have in the drama section. So, what we're looking at right now, the reason why we're talking about this is because have you ever had an ex that just makes your life miserable? Jenny, you ever had that? No. So it does not exist.
But I know enough people that I basically feel like I've experienced it through them.
Okay. So you're an expert on it by just.
I feel like I am an expert on it, just not. I don't know. I don't really completely relate to it.
Well, I'll drink to that, and maybe you could be my psychologist because you see the things. Some of the things that you go through, like your relationship with your ex, it's super civil, it's super nice, it's super chill, but not everybody has it like that. A lot of people have to go through baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, ex-boyfriend drama, ex-girlfriend drama, side piece drama, ex-lover drama, ex-husband drama, ex-wife drama. We want to know what it's about. We want to know exactly what the drama is. This is going to be a juicy one. And the reason why I want to know exactly what's going on is because, right now, like, I'm just going to share a story, right? I'm a single, well, I'm not single. Hold on. I'm a single parent like you, right? We're single parents, right? But we're not single. We blended together. But what I'm trying to say is, like, so obviously, like, we have to, me and you together, we have kids with other people. Co-parenting. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word. That's the word. We're blending. We're co-parenting, right?
Blended families.
Right. And so what's going on right now is like, okay, cool. I look at your relationship and the relationship you have with your son's dads and your baby daddy in Tampa language.
Sounds like two people.
Yeah, your baby daddy, your one baby daddy. And with me, I get drama with my baby moms. You know what I'm saying? And I look at people whose relationships, mind you, I have fault in the relationships, right? I do have fault, right? But even today, right, I feel like I get blamed for a lot of things that they're just unnecessary. Do you ever notice that?
I do see that. I do believe it.
Now, I'm not asking you to comment on that, right? On what you think, but like what I see is this, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't want to bring you in my drama, right? I just want people to understand that everybody has it in some way or another, right? Whether it be like clothing situations. So I have kids, right? I've had ex girlfriends that have been crazy. You have to kind of like block. Have you ever had a stalker or a clinger?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's drama.
Yeah.
Right, right. So somebody who you just can't let go. They can't get out of the they can't get out of it. And so what ends up happening is what do you do in that situation? How do you to a stage 5 clinger, what do you do? How do you leave out of that situation?
I mean, if there's no ties, then I'm just like, yeah.
You ghosting them.
Yes.
Y'all quick with the ghosts. Y'all quick. You even fade away.
I gotta tell them I moved it to another state.
What if you can't? What if it's like down the street? They know you're not moving.
I basically will keep everything short. If I even respond, I won't respond to anything.
Okay, will you block them?
It's simple. Yes, block them on everything.
Okay, so the people you can block, you're gonna block.
Yes.
Have you ever had an ex that just won't let go?
No.
You've never had an ex that just won't let go?
I mean, yeah. Well, it's hard for me to say, right? Because I ghosted quite a bit.
Wendy said, I've ghosted quite a few.
I haven't had too many relationships, so.
For sure, for sure. And so when you blend families, unfortunately, the new partner becomes part of the drama.
Not here. I'm not part of that. I'll let them handle that stuff on their own because
why?
One day you guys may be on bad terms, and then the next day you guys may be good, and then here I am. Everyone's always gonna remember my opinion on it, and they're all gonna feel some type of way about me always because I'm the new person and I haven't say it.
Yeah, and I don't like to be in. You have issues like let me ask you a question. Have you guys? Oh man, okay, cool. Have you guys ever had? I had an issue today, right? So we drove up. Obviously I have a business in a different state, so we drove up to the state and we came up here and we said, hey, look, we really want to come up here. I want to spend some time because I have a son that lives in New York. So we come up here and I want to grab him. I want to take him. We've got plans to go to Smoky Mountains and stuff like that. And then I go to get my kid, right? And so my baby mama gives me the wrong address to go pick him up at. Like totally just knows she's not there, gives me the address, and then asks me if I'm gonna be there by 2:30. And I'm there by 2:22. And so when I show up, I'm like, hey, I call my son because I got a cell phone, right? Because sometimes when I would call, she wouldn't pick up, right? So I got him his own cell phone. And I call him and I'm like, hey, look, come downstairs, bro. And he doesn't show up. He's like, hey, I'm not there. Now my 10 he's 10 years old, right? Going on 11. Hey, I'm not there. I'm like, well, where you at, bro? And he's like, his mom gets on the phone. Oh, you know how the addresses are in Queens, they're always. So I'm like, okay, cool. Where are you at? So she can't send me the address. I got someplace I gotta be. She sends me the address finally after like 10 minutes. I go to where they're at. It's not even there either, right? And then when we go in, right, I go to get my kid. He has no clothes in his backpack. He's got an Xbox. He's got a 360. He's got all types of stuff. He's got no clothes. How does that make you feel? Like, let me ask you a question real quick. Would you pack your kid's stuff to go to somebody's house, regardless if it's his dad's house or not? Even though I don't even live there, I live in a different state. Would you pack your son's clothes, Jenny, with his backpack with no clothes? Absolutely none.
My personal opinion on this,
right? Again,
is one, if my kid does not live with their dad,
right?
Absolutely, I'm packing their entire room.
Right, you want to make sure they're good, right?
Need.
Right.
Absolutely.
Lisa says wow, by the way. Lisa says wow.
For the entire summer.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, I look at it like this. I'll never leave to anyone's home without a backpack or without the necessary utensils. Underwear, socks, change of clothes,
Yeah, even if you had it, even if the dad had it at his home, anything that he needs, I'm still gonna pack him with everything that I know that he would need.
Right. So Wendy says, I would pack it myself to know that he has clothes, number one. Wendy, I love that. Because you want to make sure, like, yo, hold on, right? He's going with his dad. Maybe his dad doesn't have good taste, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe he buys the clothes from, like, I don't know, different places, and you don't like the way they look. So you grab them the clothes the way that you want. Great job, Wendy. I appreciate that. Lisa says, just to get on it, Lisa says, I'd be pissed. And of course he should have his stuff packed. And it was her job to make sure it's good. Now, Lisa, I totally understand, right? And I'm glad that you understand my way, because when I saw him, you know, I'm sitting there, he's got a full backpack, he's got a bunch of toys, a bunch of things, and I'm like, yo, you ready to go? We about to go to Smoky Mountains, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, he has no clothes. And I asked him, I was like, yo, bro, do you have clothes? And he was like, nah. And I was like, why not? And then he says, Mom says you could buy me clothes. Just like that. Now, my son is actually translating the message to me. He's translating the message. And the reason why I'm talking about this, guys, is because I'm at a loss for words, because I really don't know what to do, right? At that point in time, I felt kind of, you know, disrespected, number one, and then pissed off, because I would never do that to my kid, right? If my kid, if he, I don't care who buys the clothes, right? And Jenny, we're blending, right? You make sure you guys got your clothes where you're at, right? But you don't take off your son's clothes to go send them over to your son's dad's house, right?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And so when we look at this, right, you know, it just goes back as a parent. Wendy says, as a parent, that goes without saying, you know. And then Lisa says,
not even a pair of underwear, you know. So we made sure we asked if there was
yep, Lisa said, wow, that's messed up. And then Wendy said this, and our connection is, hell nah. Maybe they can buy some clothes, but you don't ever leave your child bare. And to me, thank you, Wendy. Thank you for saying that. I didn't even understand. Now this is the thing. I'm not a deadbeat parent, right? And I'm sure there's, you know, when you sit back, I felt like somebody wanted to pick a fight. Does that make sense? Like, I felt like somebody wanted to pick a fight for no reason. You know, I felt like somebody wanted to argue. Somebody wanted to fight. Maybe, I mean, people have been agitated because of coronavirus, right, baby?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, have you ever had somebody that says, hey, look, you just don't understand why you're doing the things that you're doing? You know, is it drama with the ex? Yes, right? Maybe it's underlying things. Maybe it's, you know, not in the situation they want to be in. But, you know, this is somebody that, you know, I sit back and I'm like, okay, I even look at your situation, right? How, like, what if you had a dog? I've seen people go at it over dogs.
Yeah, me too.
Right. Would you go at it up with, like, no, you can't take the dog bowl. No, you can't take the dog's blanket.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't relate to that because I'm not really in.
Well, what I'm saying.
You want the dog here? You take the dog.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So what about you? Like, there have been times that we've had conversations, and you're like, yo, why are my kids, you know?
Yeah. I think one issue that we would have is school uniforms. Remember that time?
Right.
And it was like every time I would send the kids to their dad's house, they'd have like a day off from school, and so they'd come home with regular clothes on. I felt like my uniforms kept on getting passed over there and not coming back home.
Right.
But I think it's the same issue on his end.
Right.
So we started putting our initials on the tags of the uniform. And I was like, every time I'm going out, I'm buying more uniforms, and then he says the same thing. So we learned to balance that out and write our initials on it, so that we would make sure that when it's their, you know, each the other one's turn to have a kid back, they have the other person's.
Absolutely. Lisa says it's not right. Like, she was basically bringing your son in whatever problems you and her have. It was her responsibility as a mom to make sure her son is good. Lisa, I totally agree with you, and I appreciate that. You know, I look at it, again, it's not to put my drama out there, but again, I'm at a loss for words, because you know, if you have an issue with me, that's fine. But I'm not going to put my kid out there, right? Like, you're not saying, okay, you know, because like you guys worked it out. You guys said, hey, look, I have this problem too. Our clothes are getting mixed up. Let's initial it. Like that's finding a problem and finding a solution.
And I think, you know, you see it all the time. Like, we do really great with that.
Right.
And so when I was just like listening to it today, it makes me super like blessed to be in my situation.
For sure. Abba says, perhaps you could have had a few change of clothes kept at your dwelling to avoid the drama. After all, a quarrel requires two. Absolutely, Abba. And I appreciate that. And perhaps, you know, I should have had some clothes. The only issue, and this is the issue that I had, right? We weren't going to, you know, we weren't going back to my place. We were going to a hotel, right? We were going to a different state.
Yeah, we're not even home.
Yeah,
so
we're
like,
not even home. So
yeah, we probably have old clothes of his from last summer, but every summer that he comes back, he's growing.
Right,
and so
right.
we don't know, you know.
And we're not even going home. Like,
yeah.
We're going to a different part of the country. We're going to, like, yo, you don't give, at least, okay, even if you say, hey, look, buy clothes. Tell me that.
Yeah, ahead of time.
Tell me, like, yo, look, I'm not, listen, man,
yeah.
he needs clothes, right? He needs clothes, so buy some clothes. Don't give me my kid with no clothes. Like, don't do that. And I pay child support. Every month. Been doing that, haven't missed a payment since we came into an agreement. And I'm talking about years. This isn't just something that we have. And no, I didn't quarrel. I want you guys to understand, I didn't argue, but I sat back and I was like, is this okay? Would I do something like this? Or would I treat you like that? Would you treat me like that? Because the kids have nothing to do with it. So when I see my kid, I want to see the best version of my kid, right? Especially if I haven't seen him a lot. And I feel like we got to, as parents, we have to teach our kids to be the best, especially out there. Like, you know, when you're in front of people, be the best you could be. Do all those things. You got my kid in some skippies. You got my son in the rec yard about to score 30. You got him in the YMCA specials. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see my kid looking like he just finished shopping at the Lost and Found. You ain't got to do me like that, bruh. You know? Wendy says, every problem has a solution. Now, Jen, I see you sitting there back, and I know these are my problems. I definitely want to see, like, what other problems do you see people having? You know, what other issues do you see? Because, you know, like Wendy says, communication without being bitter because they are our children. Wendy, 100%. There are children, even if it's not children, like people who are dogs or cars or, you know, issues. Like, I had an issue with somebody trying to take a car back at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, oh, yo, that's my car. That's your car? You ain't make one payment on it. What you talking about? Oh, yeah, I'm taking the house. I'm taking the car. What about stuff like that? Does anybody feel like that? Like, that's what I'm saying. So there's certain issues like.
Yeah, that's not yours.
Right. Well, and I'm saying there's people who see things. Now, Amber Gloria says, the problem is people don't know how to separate their kids from the adult problems. Your child should not have had to be the messenger in telling you what his mom said. She should have told you herself.
I 100%.
Amber, you hit it on the head. If she would have told me, I would have been like, okay, cool. We got to stop at a Walmart.
Yeah. I think that, you know, aside from your situation today, it's always the parents, you know, their bitterness towards the other parent, trying to see which way that they can get them, you know, hurt them.
Yeah, and believe me, it hurt.
It really hurts the kid. You know.
Yeah, I felt bad for my son because
he
literally
was super excited. I mean, the boys started crying after he left. He sent him back so that he can go get his clothes.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, yo, I cannot take him like this. There's two reasons why. And I'm going to make sure people understand. There's two reasons why I did not. First reason, principle. That was not acceptable. And I refuse to be bullied into some stuff like that. We can talk like adults, but don't have my son give me the message. Because then what happens is she thinks it's okay, but even worse, my son thinks that's acceptable. And I'm not here to teach him to be like that. Because if my son ended up doing something petty like that, I would be upset at him. Does that make sense? So I don't want to teach my son that's petty, because it's not. You want to communicate, you communicate. And I talked to him before he left. I told him, hey, look, this is super important. I want you to know something. No matter what happens, when you leave your house and you know that you're with me and you're going to stay with me, you pack your clothes. At least 1 to 2 pairs of underwear, socks, shirts, and pants. You pack your clothes. Have them on. Be ready to go. And he looked at me and he was like, I got you. And that I felt like when he understood me, that gave me validation to be able to go talk to his mom next. Like, I'm not taking him like this. When I see my kid, especially, so there are a bunch of people who don't like. This is my biggest issue, right? And this is the thing, right? Our kids, and Wendy's about to say it right now. Wendy. Let's see. Our kids learn through example, and that is not okay. Wendy, that's exactly what I was going to say. I want to teach my son that you have to be a person. I want to teach my son that you have to be the best, your best. I get mad at him when his hair's not combed when I see him. I want my son to always, and not just with me, but with anyone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Jen,
come
up here and preach.
I'm big, yeah.
Jen's coming up here. This is the Vince Serrato podcast. I am Vince Serrato. I'm with the lovely. This is my podcast.
I tell the boys, absolutely. Anytime they need to make sure that they are fully groomed. Their hair looks good. Hate it, but it's going to be something that comes natural to them. And then,
Abba says, was she like this before your new lady was in the picture, or did her attitude suddenly change? Abba, that's a really good question. I'm glad you guys are asking me the questions. Actually, Abba, I knew she was like this from before. That's why I want to teach you one more lesson. Don't have kids with someone you wouldn't have kids with. Okay? That is absolutely the number one question. She was definitely like this before. That's why I want to make sure that she understands too, though, there's a civility in this, right? Jen, when you have an issue with your son's dads, or with anybody for that matter, you handle it the way it's supposed to be handled.
Yeah, I give them a call or I'll text them, but mostly it'll give them a call so that, a lot of times things get misunderstood through text.
For sure.
And we're both very calm and, understandable of each other's sides. So
why don't you text?
Because there's been too many times when, like I'll read a message that someone sends me from anybody, a friend or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, they said like this. And then I'm like trying to think of different ways that they could have actually worded it on their end. But sometimes I'm like, no, they meant it to come at me the wrong way.
They're like, why are you coming at me, yo?
Yeah, I don't, and it's kind of like, I'll just keep rereading it in my head. But if you just talk to them on the phone, like if I have an issue with you, like I'm going to go directly to you in a calm way.
Are you going to have the kids tell them?
No, the kids never know. Like as far as they're concerned, we never argue anyways. But like we don't ever involve them in any situation.
Wendy says values are passed down, and if they don't learn that, then what happens to the future of our children? That's absolutely. And then Abba, he tells you, don't stick your pee-pee in crazy. I like that, Abba. Absolutely right. Okay? I like that. That's absolutely right. And so that's the thing, Jenny. That's the one thing, like, you never have, you always address the person right then and there. You never have your kids tell the messages. Like, that would be like telling me, like, why play telephone?
The only time, like, they'll kind of hear something sometimes, and they're like, oh, yeah, Dad says you're always stealing all the clothes. And I'm like, oh, really, Dad?
Oh.
I don't feel like it.
No.
I can hear him saying that.
Yeah, it's clothes. It's clothes. It's petty. That's what I'm saying. It's clothes. It's not a big deal. What's a $20 pair of jeans or $17 shirt, or you know what I'm saying, $30 shirt. What's up with that? You gonna lose? Are you really? Are you really counting clothes? Are we counting clothes?
But it is an issue sometimes for the one that's constantly.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me know if you're counting clothes. In any part of in your adult life, in your life.
Yeah, but I understand. Like sometimes I'll do a big shopping for the boys.
Right.
Send them away in their new stuff. You know, I know I spent whatever I spent on it, and then they'll come back in some like ragged clothes.
And they switched that on you.
Yeah. No.
See, that's the thing.
But, you know, and so it's to me, I'm like, oh, why are you wearing that? You know, when you come back to me. But yeah, it's whatever.
Yo, there's a couple things that I want to see, right? Especially, and this is the thing. I get my kid for the summer, so I'm okay with buying him clothes, but I want him to have the essentials, right? And then also get him a haircut.
Well, that's, you know how things are right now. My boys haven't had haircuts either.
No, I gave one of your boys haircuts.
Yeah, you did, but not.
I
have clippers at home.
And I get that. I
and
understand
my
that.
other boy needs a haircut, and his hair is going into
So you know
his
what?
ears.
I'm gonna give you the COVID pass this 6 months, but this is a reoccurring issue.
Yeah, we got some technical.
Yeah, we got. No,
We're
we're good.
using the hotel Wi-Fi, so it's a little janky.
Yeah, so what's going on is we're in the hotel right now, and their Wi-Fi is definitely not up to par, but it's all good. You guys can still stay on. We're still going to be here. We're going to be here till 9. But the biggest thing is, Wendy, technical difficulties. That's true, okay? I'm having technical difficulties all over the board. Yeah, you're not counting clothes, right? You should, like, your kids are a reflection of you.
Yeah.
Like, your kids are a reflection of you. When your kid looks dirty, it's like, damn, you don't care about your kid. When your dog looks dirty, damn, you don't care about your dog. When your house looks dirty, damn, you don't care about your house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying.
House. It looks great. It could look better.
You got a nice life. That's what I'm saying. So, like, why can't we just keep this thing like? And my situation is different than everybody else's. But I've seen people fight over dogs. Oh, my ex left and he left me with the dog. He couldn't get him anyway. That's like my kid. I feel you.
But you don't pay child. What about paying child support? Like, how quick are people to put their exes on child support?
Yeah, what about that?
What if they're in your life and you can most of the time, like,
oh no, my man came back and said,
just because sometimes people think just because they split, they need to put the other person on child support, but that's not really fair.
I'm gonna be real with you. I prefer child support.
I am scared of child support, so I would say no. We work it out. I don't ask for any money. We don't. You know
what do you mean you're scared of child support? And I'm not suggesting that you should put anybody on child support.
Okay. I'm not familiar with it. I didn't grow up in my parents were together until I was an adult.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have to deal with that. So it's kind of like an unknown territory for me. And
right. I
don't feel like I need to even go into that direction when their dad is fully in their life.
Right.
He lives 15 minutes away.
Right.
They go 50.
And y'all got a good relationship. Y'all got a good relationship. Y'all got a good thing. Like, y'all understand, like, yo, this is what's going on. Right? But sometimes when the drama kicks in, you need child support to mediate.
No, but like even if drama kicks in, anytime it has been a couple times, but like if there is drama, I'm not thinking, oh, I'm gonna put them on child support. That's not my first resort. I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna fix the problem. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know, it just sounds like unfair. If the person is in the kid's life.
Absolutely.
Now, I understand if you can't find that kid's mom or dad, yes, you go do the child support thing.
Jazz said, my kid's dad, we are not on court-ordered child support, but we have agreed and it works. You know what, Jazz? I totally agree with you. You want to know what's crazy, though? When you have an agreement with somebody and then they say, no, I need more. And you're like, hold on. We had an agreement, right? Has that ever happened?
Mm.
Where you have an agreement and then the person's like, nah, I need more. What you give ain't nothing. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have seen it.
You've seen it with me.
I have seen
I've
it.
seen it. I mean, we have an agreement. I'm paying child support. I have an agreement. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you don't give anything.
I know on my end that honestly, kids are really not that much. They don't really cost that much. Like once they reach a certain age, yeah, when they're babies, yes, they are. You need, if you're on formula, then yes, you need a. That's how it's expensive.
So look, Jazz, I feel you, Jazz. Jazz said I did that, but it's because he's not giving enough and he gets paid a lot, 6 figures. So you raised the child support on him. See, that's what I'm talking about, Jazz. I ain't mad at you, but I'm mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you sit back,
but Jasmine, is your ex in your children's life, and do you guys do it like a 50-50 kind of deal, or do you have the kids most of the time? Because that really takes a big part. Like if you are solely with mostly with the kids and you have to pay for the daycare after school, then yeah, that's when you guys need to split the cost. Or
this is the situation. I'm okay with splitting costs when I can get my kid when I feel like it. When I can get my kid when we can get on a schedule.
Yeah.
When we can sit back and say, you know what, I like it's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I pay child support for 2 kids. You know, so that's the thing. Also, you got to understand, I pay child support for another kid as well. And it sounds like, I know when I say that, sounds like I got some issues. Yes, I did. I stepped pee and crazy twice. Okay? That's what happened. Abba says, let's see what Abba says. Child support is a receipt that demonstrates the child was being taken care of. If prevents future disparity. Absolutely. You want to know why I like child support? Because the judge tells me what I do, and
yeah, it can get tricky when you're just like a verbal agreement.
So look, Jasmine got the same kind of relationship I do. Okay, this is the situation we're seeing. This thing shows. Yeah, kids spending summer with him in California, but I'm with him regardless. And so this vacation. And Jazz, I felt the same exact way. I felt like this is my time. This is the vacation. You know? So let me go grab it. I pay my child support and let me go get him. Nah, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen because I can't get it. Diana Ann, you holler at my dog T Win from Malaysia. How you doing, Diana? Doing all good. She asked how we doing. Abbott said, do you either of you believe that men should have the choice to refuse fatherhood as women do motherhood? Ooh. Okay, do either of you believe that men should have the choice to refuse fatherhood as women do motherhood?
Oh,
like hey, I don't want to have that kid. That's what he's saying. Like, hey, no, it's my choice.
Well, you made the kid, so it is what it is. What happened happened. Now you need to be responsible and pay up. If the person, if let's say, obviously, if you have a choice in being a father or not, then you're probably not having a kid's life, right?
So
just pay them some child support.
And that's the thing. I don't. So I have 2 things with that. Number one, if you were playing adult games, then you gotta live with adult results. So yeah, like there was not one. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, when I was 19, and then I had scholarships on the table and things got affected. Yeah, was I thinking about abortion? I thought about it, but it wasn't something that I thought like hey, my question was, hey, are you having the baby? And when the answer was yes, that's it. I'm not pushing. I'm not doing anything. And that's 2 times. Hey, you having it? Yes or no? And so with refusing to I don't think you can refute. I mean, he got your eyes, your ears, your nose, You can't refute that. And it's your responsibility to take care of kids because they didn't ask to be in this world. That's how I feel. I'm not saying anybody else feels like that, but that's how I feel. Now, I will tell you this, and just like Amber says, no, it takes two to make a child. Both parties are equally responsible. I will tell you this. If I'm trying to handle my responsibilities, motherfucker, you better let me have my kid. God damn it. Because there's so many deadbeats out there.
There is.
There's so many deadbeats out there.
I see how much you try to reach out to your kids.
Yo.
And you try to be with them. So I completely.
And it's frustrating.
It is. Because a lot of times, you know, even a lot of moms will try to kick the dad out of the picture.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, there's so many people. Like, yo, I've been reaching out to be with my son since day one. Since day one. And I feel like I keep getting the cool stiff arm. I feel like I've been getting that. And to me, thank goodness for social media, because I hope you see this. I hope you do. Because I know there's other people going through what I'm going through. I know there is, because there's so many people out here that's deadbeats. You know, I had a homeboy. I don't fuck with him anymore, but I have a homeboy who had twins, and he doesn't even like acknowledge his kids. His mom is stripping, or not his mom. Their mom is stripping right now to try to put food on the table. I'm not saying that's the way to go, but she's handling it. You know what I'm saying? I saw it the other day. She was getting like messed up and I feel bad. And I feel bad. And I'm over here trying to be there for my kids and stuff like this. And I get treated like a deadbeat. And I'm the cat that's out here trying to reach out. Now I'm gonna tell you something. It makes me think, damn, man. What if I would have just like been like, nah, fuck that. Nah, turn my back. I'm not saying that that's not my character, but what I'm saying is less headache. Because my man's out here driving all around Tampa. You see him on Facebook. Pull up. He's pulling up. Don't see his kids. And you got people like me who's out here trying to fight to see their kid. And then the system, when you sit back in the system, you're like, yeah. Yeah, give me a little 300. And it's sad. It's sad. We have a lot of systemic things that are going on, for sure. And let me tell you something. This is my biggest issue, right? When we sit back and we realize it and we think about it, we've made our own choices, right? And we've made our own decisions, right? And then there's times for people that other people have to step in and mediate, okay, just to make sure the bare bones minimum is taken care of. I get that. But what about after that? What about after that? What about the other part? What about how kids are growing up right now? Do you know in the Hispanic community and the Black community, so many kids are growing up without their fathers? Do people know about that? Do people know, like, and this is huge, right? This is huge.
You know, I've never actually, I don't know, like, I feel like I haven't actually, my whole life growing up, even into my adult life, like, I've never really dealt with that. Like, anytime I know that people have split, like, the parents are both equally in the kid's life.
You were raised by good people.
For sure. For sure. But also the people that I have been around,
people.
It has been
and
the
they
same
kept
thing.
you around good people. Abba says, women have the choice to refuse motherhood, preconception via contraceptives, during pregnancy via abortion, and post-birth via adoption. Neither conception nor birth results in motherhood. Abba, you have a point. I'm not going to say that I disagree with you. I'm not going to say that I agree with you, because you have a point, okay? Diana Anna says, to me personally, both have to be responsible. It's a commitment once a child comes into the world. In Malaysia, there's a lot of young mothers dumping their baby. I'm so sad when it happens. At the end of the day, it's a miracle of God, and both parties have to be responsible for what they do. Absolutely, Diana. And you're going to be a great mom.
You are, Diana.
Jazz, I feel like women that keep their kids from their father or try to put obstacles is because they have low self-esteem and they get power from doing
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Jazz,
I agree.
let me
Jazz.
I want to hit the emoji button on that. Somebody hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'm trying to tell you. That's so true, Jazz. I sit back and I think about it.
The moral of the story is know who the person is that you are about to have kids with. Like, don't. That's the thing. Like, people want to go just like sleeping around, you know, being irresponsible.
So this is. I'm gonna give you guys a backstory. Here, I'm not gonna give you a backstory. I'm gonna give you a front story. Don't have unprotected sex with people you wouldn't be willing to have a baby with. That's it. Don't have sex or unprotected sex with people you ain't trying to have no babies with. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. You don't know nobody until you've been living with them, married with them, paying bills with them.
Yeah.
You don't know nobody. So don't be out here sticking your pee-pee in left and right. And I messed up. I'm a victim. I need to take my own advice. I have, actually, for the past 11 years.
Fool me once.
Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me, can't get fooled again. You know, that's what I'm sitting back and I'm talking about. Guys, I want you guys to sit back. Remember too, man, like, subscribe, go visit our YouTube, Relatable Podcast. That's REEL, the number 8, TABLE podcast. Okay, go like us on IG. Man, I see you, Abba, Amber Gloria, Jazz, all you guys. I want you guys to go like our IG and our YouTube. Subscribe, y'all.
You know, I feel like people, another situation that happens often, like issues that will come up is like, let's say you have kids with someone,
right?
And then you guys split. Well, when that time comes for the other person to start getting into a relationship,
right?
A lot of people kind of get crazy.
Yeah, don't get crazy.
Don't get crazy.
Y'all broke up.
If things don't work out with you guys, then just let it be. Like, look,
yeah. Oh, you see a lot of that. You see a lot of that. Like, okay, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. Okay, cool.
Both
we all
people
cool.
saying they don't want to be with you.
All right, cool. We're gonna break up. We're gonna go our separate ways. All of a sudden,
yeah, the person gets in a relationship.
See
and
somebody
then
with that.
hell breaks loose.
Oh,
it's not a good look.
Oh, you in a relationship now? Oh, we over with? So there's no chance of getting back.
The problem is that people want to start wars because they don't want their children around, their kid or their children around a new person. I understand that if that person is continuously going from person to person. Right. But if they're, they seem like they want to be serious with the other person, then be open to it also.
Right.
As much as it may bother you. But I think that it's important to get to know the other person that's going to be around your kids. You know what I mean? So that you know who's around your kids. Like, that's what me and my ex did. As soon as I found out he was talking to someone else, then I said, okay, me and her have to meet each other because she's going to be around my kids. Right. We did, and everything was good, and I was fine with it, But that's not always the case. So a lot of times people want to start acting crazy just because they don't want someone else to kind of like try taking their place. You're always going to be the parent. Diana
Ann said, my mom always said, whatever you do to be responsible, but remember, it takes two hands to clap, meaning it takes two to raise a kid or even in a relationship. Absolutely. Abba says, giving men the choice to opt out may result in better decisions being made by both men and women in the long term.
Yeah, Abba, but I understand that. But some people don't like. Some people just do not believe in abortion.
I feel like Abba gives good psychological advice. Like he asks questions and then he's got like 3 answers afterwards to make sure that you understand why he's saying that. Abba, I agree with that actually. I say if you sit back and you say, hey, look, what kind of dad are you going to be? Like, how many people actually ask that person, like, yo, what kind of dad are you going to be?
Yeah.
And then I feel like it gives a man a decision to be like, whoa. Like you get them to commit to what they're gonna do. Or if they say like, I'm not gonna be there, you know what time it is.
Yeah, but I understand that. But a lot of people, like myself, probably would not be open to abortion, right?
Right, and I get that, but at least you know what kind of dude you with.
Yeah.
So that knows, like, if a dude told me that and I'm not open to abortion, you know what I'm doing? Running to the child support office. I'm running. And Wendy says, that's right, move on. Wendy, don't get crazy. That's what she said. So Amber says, people hate to see other people happy. Oh, hold on 1 second. People hate to see other people happy and doing well for themselves. It's petty at its finest.
Absolutely.
Amber, I love that. Yo, that's a quote. That's a caption right there. Keep that on the board. People hate to see other people happy and doing well for themselves. It's petty at its finest. You want to know what? Yeah, that's probably what's happening. That's probably what's happening. You seeing me out here shining. You seeing me out here grinding. So I gotta go mess that dude's life up.
Yeah. I think that's absolutely what it is a lot of the time. Even if your life looks a little bit better than theirs,
yeah,
like they are just gonna try bringing it down as much as they can.
It's kind of like sometimes like I want to post like those days when I mess up, like I'm having a bad day on social media. I just want to post it so people can be like, damn man, like I got it better than him. Just for like a couple seconds so they realize.
Yeah.
Like nobody posts their failures on social media. Just because you see some pictures doesn't mean my life is all great. Hey, Abba, it does not take two to have a child. It takes two to fertilize an egg. That's true.
Abba, where's your picture at?
But man, Abba, we gotta see what you look like, man. People who do not believe in abortion always have the option of adoption. Ooh, hey, Abba, that's a caption too.
Yeah,
People who do not believe in abortion always have the option of adoption. You had the option
he's saying
of
got
adoption.
the baby up for adoption?
Absolutely. And Abba, I like you are playing the devil's advocate. That devil's advocate. Okay, and you are killing it, bro.
Advocate. You're on a roll today.
I'm on a roll today. Yo, they was messing with me today, man. I was hot, yo. I was hot. It takes more energy to hate someone than to move on and be without them.
Yes.
I don't have energy.
I agree. In your heart will consume you too.
Hey, hey, can we sit back? Could you say that one more time?
It takes more energy.
No, Will Smith, the Will Smith. What'd you say? No. What did say it from the beginning?
Said Will Smith.
Yep.
Said,
no, you say it.
In the song, just
Who?
the two of us.
Will Smith?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened?
He said in the song, he said something like,
No, you said it right. I just want you to say it clean.
You too.
Okay, I just want you to say it clean. I'm gonna show you why. So who said it?
Will Smith.
And what song?
Just the two of us.
And what did he say?
Hate in your heart will consume you too.
That is the first time I've ever heard anybody quote a Will Smith lyric.
Oh yeah, no, that was a good song.
Just the two of us.
I like to make photo books. I like to make books. And in my oldest son, in his baby book, I put it in Learn to Love Yourself. Because hating your heart, I don't know, whatever the heck it was, but I put that whole quote from the song in his book.
Man, Will Smith snapped on that Will remix by Jordan Lucas.
Hell yeah.
That was the best verse. And I'm not gonna lie, I had the Will Smith Jiggy Wood CD.
My mother, I think it was my 12th birthday in Manhattan, she took me to go to a free concert at Virgin Records in Manhattan.
Oh, snap.
During his millennium time.
So Diana Anna wrote, "We gotta get up over here." Hey.
What the heck? She said, Diana Ann from Malaysia said, but I'm honestly, social media plays a lot in also peer pressure, especially when teen moms happens. So remember, be responsible and respect each other. Love takes commitment. If you stick to each other, beautiful things happen. I, being a Catholic, thou should not kill, and please spread love to her and not spread negativity. You need one and another for strength and support. Stay committed to one day through God
Good and bad days.
Good and bad days.
If you feel the sadness, there's always God in community, so don't ever feel alone. Diana, that was a book, but that was awesome. So, but honestly, social media plays a lot in peer pressure, especially when teen moms happen. So remember, be responsible and respect each other. Love takes commitment. If you stick to each other, beautiful things happen. I, being Catholic, thou shalt not kill, and please spread love to each other. You need one another for and support. Stay committed to one day through good and bad days. If you feel sadness, there's always God in community, so don't ever feel alone. I like that, Diana. Listen, and Wendy said, yes, the best.
The best.
The best. Will Smith. And so, when I sit back and I look at it, because it's true, right? Like, exes are going to come from anywhere.
Exactly. Not just if you have kids with them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it doesn't have to just be just because you have kids. No, like there's some crazy exes out there that just don't want to see you with another person because they're, I don't know, what is it, a power struggle or something?
Yeah, just because they feel like it. Just because they feel like it. Oh, I had a bad day. Let me fuck your life up. That's real.
It's the wrong day.
Oh, I got fired. Guess what? I'm firing on you. Okay? It's the truth. Damn, girl, you got more. Hey, let me toast you. You killed that today.
Guys, it's been a long day. We've been on the road for like 2 days straight. And we're drinking Jack and Ginger out of 2 cups, it looks like.
Yo, and this is my baby. She a rider. She a rider. Like, there have been times when I said, like, I called my oldest son. My oldest son's graduating. I called him one time. We were in the area, right? And I told him, like, hey, I want to come see you, man. You in the house? It was during coronavirus. I was like, yo, he couldn't drive, so I was like, yo, I want to come see you. Da, da, da. And he was like, nah, I'm real busy. Da, da, da. And like, Jenny took it personal. Excuse me. Jenny took it personal. Like, Jenny started tearing up.
Bro, I didn't start tearing up. I know he's not going to watch this, but it upset me because I know how much I have even tried reaching out to his kids to try getting us to meet up. And they're only like 30 minutes away, and there's always a reason why they can't do it.
And believe me, we've been reaching out. And it's hurtful.
Like, and I know how much you try and how much, like, every time they give you that reason why they can't, I know that's got to do something to you.
It
so you don't show it. Yeah, and it's just like, I wish you guys had a good relationship because I couldn't imagine ever having that kind of relationship with my boys.
And that's why I, like, no lie, like, I am grateful. Like, when I hear you talk to your kids, even today in the car, right? I hear you and Dez and Peyton talking, and you can just tell there's like that love there. There's that, hey mom, so I knew it was there, and you can just see that, right? And so you're envious of having that because you don't have that with your kids. So when I try to reach out and I kind of get the
yeah, and that's why it hurts me too because I want you to have that also.
Right, and it's one of these things where now I sit back and I'm like, I think we talk about it. I'm like traumatized with having kids.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. Though I'm not trying to have any more kids, but right. You do talk about how you are traumatized from it, and I understand completely.
Yeah,
like, but you know also at the same time,
right,
that if that was to ever happen with us, how it would go.
Oh, we make beautiful, smart, creative kids. I thought about it like 3 or 4 times a day. Okay, I think about it like 3 or 4 times a day. The situation with me though is like, I'm trying to. my focus right now is trying to repair what I've damaged with my kids.
Exactly.
Because
And
I see what you go through and the love that you have, and I want that with the kids that are already here.
and I try to help repair that also for you.
Right.
But it's hard for me because they're just a little different.
Oh, absolutely. She needs to grow up and stop being petty. She's causing a lot of damage to the kids. I have two cousins. Their mothers were like that. Now they're growing and see how messed up it was. Jazz, I appreciate that definitely. Thank you for the love. Oh, yeah, that was a heartbreak. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's the truth. You know, when we sit back and we look at it, we're like, damn, you know, like I don't want my kids to grow up like that. I want my kids to know I love them. You know, that's really what you know. Wendy, who's Jenny's mom, says, I could never imagine being without my kids. I'm grateful for the relationship we have because I love watching my kids raise theirs the same way. Not going to lie, Wendy, you did a great job. I love coming to your house when it's not for like 4 hours. But I love the way I tell Jenny all the time that I love the way that you guys were raised because you taught your kids and your daughters and I know you for sure taught your sons how to love your kids and the family values. So Wendy, you and Vinny did a great job. I was telling Vinny the other day, I was like, I want to know, you know, I'd probably handle it like you handled it, you know. But you raised great daughters, great sons. You know, I think you guys did that. Diana Ann said, come to Malaysia, guys. We need like this platform to help us. And we also tend to turn to Google when bad things happen and post on social media. And that's sad. Google ain't going to help your problems. But I appreciate you, Diana Anna. Malaysia is a beautiful place. We got to go see it one day.
I've never been. I would love to go.
We got to go. Wendy said they got the creativity from me.
For sure.
Absolutely. Wendy makes great cakes. Go reach out to Wendy's Designer Cakes, by the way.
Wendy's Designer Cakes on
I'm
Instagram. I think it's on Facebook also.
Go like it, go see it, because guess what? She'll make a Harry Potter cake that'll tell you if you're with Slytherin. Slytherin. Diana Ann said, I can't wait to be a mom. Honestly, when I find the one. Absolutely. And then, you know, thank you. You're blessed. Wendy, you know, realistically, like, I know you guys have fought hard to do for your kids, and that's how you're supposed to be. So that's the reason why we're here. I feel like that's the reason why, you know, we can talk about these things. I think, you know, when me and you talk about a lot of things that we go through, I sit back and I think about, like, you know, yeah, we're putting our stuff on social media. 500, 600, 2,600 people can see it. But when we sit back and we look at it, like, you know, it's kind of like a therapy a little bit, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's like I can get
for
it
everybody.
out.
We can get it out, and then we, you know, let everyone else kind of
Yo.
also.
And I want you guys to know I'm grateful for your comments, your guidance, because we can give you guidance, right? Sometimes it's there, but sometimes we need that too. You know, we want to see that. Like, we want to know, like, hey, look, how can we do this? Because this is kind of like a round table.
Like, what if Vince was overreacting today?
I mean, I may have overreacted a little bit. A little bit, but I feel like at the same time.
But honestly, as far as today goes, like, I felt the frustration, and it hurt me also, because I'm like, I would never do that. But who knows what the situation was on their end? Maybe they didn't have time to prepare. Yeah. I don't know.
No, you definitely have time when you get 36 hours notice. Let's see what next. Next to the next comment.
Amber, my cousin, she says, I agree with Jazz.
Unfortunately.
I grew up the same way, where for a long time I was made to be against my father. It was from a third-party figure. But still, knowing all the truth, now being grown, it hurts. But I'm also strong because I make sure to not raise my daughter the same way. And that's all we can do, is learn from our past, learn from our own what's the word?
So mistakes. Yeah. So Amber, let me ask you a question, because this is for me, right? And baby, I you know this, right? I feel like me and your ex are pretty good friends. You know, we were friends before then. Like, he even kind of like told you to holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I'm not gonna lie, he has the best feet I've ever seen. What? And when I mean that,
wait, what?
When I seen that, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean. We played football, and he runs the best routes.
Oh, like coordination.
Yes.
Okay,
No, with
it's
his
not
feet.
feet.
He can play soccer. And we're talking about he's
Oh,
like 6'4", like he was like 300, maybe like 275 now, maybe. But
he can play volleyball with his feet.
He's got the best feet he's seen. He's tall, and he's got a competitive aspect to him where it's like, how it is, right? And so when Amber said that she was there by a third figure, she was taught not to, like that. I look at that and I think that's a bad example, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Dez and even Peyton,
my in-law boy.
yeah, and even Peyton, who's the oldest one. If we could get them moving and do the same things, they are going to be athletes. And I sit back and I tell them, like, listen, you can't be acting like that. Daddy got the best feet I see. Like, you can't be acting like
yes.
that. And when I sit back and I think that, and I know what Amber's talking about, because, like, my mom was a single mom, so she was, and so people used to talk noise, right? But that hurts the kids.
Yeah.
And you should uplift these kids. You should be telling them, like, hey, look, this is what you got to do. Yeah, you got, like, I'm tough on them. You got to clean up, when you get up, you got to clean up, brush your teeth, brush your hair. But that's how I am with my kids. And so when you see that, I feel like you got to treat these kids like they were your kids, and with that love and respect, and you want to teach them that guidance to keep them to be better than you, And to all those people who do those things, I pray for those people. I pray for the kids, because I really want them to grow up to be better than us. In the days of social media, think about it, baby. They ain't had no choice. Like right now, these kids, like they out here connected to the Wi-Fi.
I don't know what they're doing right now.
Yo, yeah, we got them in the other room right now. They're like trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. Listen, Wendy says, I guess Wendy loved what we got to say. She said exactly, and that was probably, to a bunch of stuff that we said. Diana had said, can I pray for you guys? Dear Lord, thank you for this amazing people and all these people who share their thoughts and wisdom. May the Lord continue to shower blessings upon them. Keep them, have a straight mind, and continue spreading love and positivity, and positiveness
I
in
put
their
too
lives.
much
Amen.
Jack in that drink.
Trust the Lord, and He will be there. Knock, and you shall receive. Thank you so much, Diana. That prayer, I know. Like, I believe in that positivity, and I believe in like affirmations, and the fact that you shot that to us, that's love, yo. So I appreciate you guys, definitely. Amber Gloria said, I understand it was just hard because my mother was married to said third-party figure. Absolutely. And you know what? Sometimes like that jealousy, sometimes it comes from that, because you're trying to figure that out. So, Amber, I hope everything, like you said, I know you raised your girls, because you have a beautiful baby girl right there. I know you raised them to be better than you. And that's what I'm talking about. So make sure you do that, just keep doing that and learn from the mistakes of others and learn from your mistakes and kind of go from there. So, I think we kind of went over. It's 9:02. Thank you to DMP Networks for
letting Vince bend for tonight.
I need an air conditioner. I bent so hard. You know what I'm saying? But no.
Sweating too.
Yeah, I was hot. But y'all, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys here, and I know we do it. I am Vince Serrano, and this is the lovely
Jay.
And this is the Relatable Podcast. Guys, make sure you guys tune in to us, Mondays and Thursdays at 8. You're done? Oh, my God. I still got But, guys, thank you so much. Shouts out and prayers. Please leave your comments. Please do all those things you can.
Thank you to Diana and
thank you
Amber, my mother.
Everyone who commented. Everybody who was out there today. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. Keep coming every day.
Abba.
Oh, my boy. Absolutely. Okay. That Abba kiss. He's calculated. Guys, remember, do me a favor. Comment. We love to see that. Go check us out. Relatable Podcast. That's Rel8table. I'm sorry.
8.
REL, the number 8, TABLE podcast. We're going to put you guys on here. No, make sure you go. Yep, love you guys. Make sure you go to all the ones to the top. Thank you as well. Thank you so much. Don't feel alone. You can always call me. I'm here. Thank you, Diana. Have a great night, guys. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed and beautiful day. Bye.
Bye.